and gentlemen, welcome back to math. If you're new to this class, if you still don't know my name, or if you completely forgot about my name, it happens, okay? My name is Mr. Rivera, your math teacher. So, let's do a little recap of what we learned so far, okay? So, if we remember, we learned about slope and how to find the equation of a slope. We also learned about slope-intercept. Remember where we had y equals mx plus b? Okay, so we found the slope, which was m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We also had slope-intercept, which was y equals mx plus b. Okay, we've also learned about how to find parallel and perpendicular lines with two equations without really even graphing them. So, we learned a bunch of different equations, right? So, today we're actually going to solve two equations that are together, solving for x, solving for y. Don't get stressed, don't get scared. It's okay, we're going to do it together. We're going to make it easy. We're going to do it step by step. So, let's get started on today's concept. All right, the concept for today is called solving systems by substitution. Solving systems by substitution. Okay? So, our problem is given as two x minus y equals 9. And our second equation is x plus 3y equals -6. Okay? So we have 2x minus y equals 9, and x plus 3y equals 6. Okay? They kind of look like last class. The only difference is, notice that we don't have them y equals. Okay? That's the whole point of the beginning of the concept. Okay? The beginning is we're going to find one of them. It doesn't really matter which one. You can either start for y first or try to move things around for x. Okay? I'm going to make it a lot easier. I always like to pick one that has positive and no number in the front. This way makes it a lot easier to move around everything else. So make sure you write this down, and then we're going to start with step 1, which is solving for either x or y. All right, guys, notice that I rewrote the equation up in the corner. You should have it already on your notes. If you don't, make sure you have it in there. So like I said before, we're going to either solve for x or y, meaning we get to choose which one we want to solve for. Remember, I said always try to pick the one that is easiest. Yeah? Who doesn't want to make some stuff easier, right? So, the one I'm going to use, personally, notice that I have this x that is by itself. Okay? So, that's what I'm going to pick because it's positive. It has no number in the front. It makes it a lot easier to leave alone. Okay? So, we have x plus 3y equals -6. Okay, so I chose this, the first one. Okay, I mean the second one. So if we want to leave x alone, we have to get rid of the 3y, right? The 3y that is there. We have to move it to the other side. So the opposite of adding is subtraction. Good. So we have minus 3y. We want to move the whole thing, okay? 3y. We're trying to leave x alone. minus 3y on the other side. Cancels out, right, on one side. So we have x equals negative 3y. Always put the variable first and then the constant at the end, okay? They cannot combine because one has a variable, one doesn't. So it's negative 3y minus 6. Don't forget the one you had before, okay? So this is our new problem. Okay? So instead of having x plus 3y equals negative 6, our new problem now is, let me cancel that one out. Our new problem is x equals negative 3y minus 6. Okay? So we didn't necessarily solve for x. What we did is we had x alone. Remember, the concept for today is called substitution. So now that we have an actual variable by itself, we can actually plug it in to the other equation, okay? So now that we have 2x, let me erase this really quick. Make sure you have it done on your notes before I erase it. All right, now let's erase this here. All right, so we have 2. Notice that we're going to use this equation, okay? But we're not going to use the x no more. What we're going to use instead of the x is the one we solved for. Okay? So instead of the x, remember x equals negative 3y minus 6. So we have 2 parentheses what x is the value of, okay? So x, the value of x is negative 3y minus 6. Close our parentheses and then keep the rest of the equation. Minus y equals 9. Now that we have that, we can distribute the 2 because we're trying to get rid of that 2. So we're going to distribute 2 times negative 3 is negative 6y. 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. Minus y equals 9. Okay? Notice that it's coming along a little better. It might be a little too many steps. But if you do every step by step, you won't get confused. Okay? You won't leave out a step or a number that you didn't multiply. So notice that this equation is a lot simpler to solve for. Notice we got rid of the x. There's no x here. So what are we going to solve for in this now here? For y, right? Because we got rid of the x. So we're trying to combine everything together to solve for y. So we have, notice that we have negative 6y and negative y on the same side. Notice that all numbers that don't have a number in there, or all variables, should I say, that don't have a number, have a 1. So we have negative 6 minus 1. Notice that they're both negatives. So we add them and keep the negative. So negative 6 minus 1 is negative 7y minus 12 equals 9. Okay? We're almost there. We're almost solving for y. Yay! All right. So remember, we cannot do anything here yet. We can move the constant, combine it with the other constant. Because we cannot move the variable because we cannot combine a number without a variable and a number with a variable. So we're going to move the 12. So we're going to make it plus 12. Cancels out. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So plus 12. So we have negative 7y equals 9 plus 12 is 21. Okay. We're almost done. Now we have to get rid of the negative 7 that is being multiplied. So the opposite of multiplication is division. So we divide by negative 7. Cancels out, right? We're left with y equals 7 can go into 21 3 times, right? Notice that one's positive, one's negative. So your answer is negative. That's the rule. So negative 3. So we solve for y. Yay! We solve for y. But we are not exactly done yet. We're close though. Okay? We solve for one of the variables. Remember, we have to solve for 2, for x and y. Now that we solve for one variable, notice that equation we fixed. X equals all this, negative 3y minus 6. We can plug in the negative 3 to the y. So we can say that, let me use another color here. We can say that x equals negative 3, comma, parentheses, negative 3 minus 6. Okay? So negative 3 times negative 3 is positive. The rule is positive. So x equals 9 minus 6. 9 minus 6 is 3. Good. So x equals 3. And we solve for both x and y. And that's how you do substitution. So here's your assignment. All right, so here's the assignment for you guys for today. All right, so the first one is (3x plus y equals 7), and then 4x plus 2y equals 16. Okay, make sure you solve for both x and y. Okay, and your second assignment for today is, or your second problem for today is 2x minus y equals negative 4, and then 4x plus y equals 1. Okay, so again, make sure you solve for x and y on this one as well. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know, okay? If you guys want me to do another example, let me know, send me an email, let me know. I'll try to make another example if you guys still don't understand it, because I want to make it easy for you guys to understand the concepts. So make sure you send an email with the picture of the work, the notes, and I'll be hearing from you soon.